everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have an eye tutorial for you, and this was requested by my sister Crystal. So she was asking me how to do a purple smoky eye. I'll be honest, I haven't worn purple in a very long time, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna see what I can do here. 2 palettes and 1 eyeshadow that I will be using for this look today. The first one is the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I will be using this dark purple here and then this gray color here. And then I will be using my Urban Decay 15-year anniversary, oh look, you can see the camera in there, palette. Now this came out probably 4 years ago. 4 to 5 years ago, and I haven't really used it a whole lot, but there is some really pretty purple colors in here. So I'll be using this color right here, and I'm thinking I might also use this gray color here and then this purpley gray color here, but I'm not too sure. But I will definitely be using this purple color right here. And then I will be using this other Urban Decay color. This is the color Asphyxia. So I did already put all my face makeup on, so I have foundation, bronzer, blush. I also primed my eyes with this MAC paint pot in the color Painterly. So they're all nice and primed. When you're using dark pigmented colors like this, you want to be sure you prime your eyes. You don't want anything creasing. You don't want anything looking all gross. You want to make sure you prime your eyes. So you can use an eye primer, you can use a paint pot, you can use a concealer, whatever you happen to have at home. To get started, I am going to take this color right here called Charcoal in the Lorac Pro 2 palette. So I'm going to take that on a big fluffy brush. So this is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. I typically use this to buff out my colors, but I'm actually going to use this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this to buff out my colors. I'm going to use this brush instead. This is the Maribella Eye Blender. It's pretty much the same. It's just a little tiny bit not as fluffy, so you can see the difference. This one's a little bit more fluffy, that one's a little bit less fluffy. So I'm going to use this one, taking that color Charcoal, and I'm going to put this in the crease of my eye. Okay, so that's going to give our crease a really good starting point. That powder, it's going to provide a crease color, obviously, but it's also going to help all the other colors blend together a little bit better. So next I'm going to move on to the all over lid color. So for that, I will be using this color here called Omen, and this is a sparkly kind of blue purple color. I don't know if you can see it there, but it is very sparkly. So I'm going to be packing that all over my lid, just up into the crease. So I don't want to blend it with that crease color. I'm just going to pack it up to that crease color. And I will be using this brush right here. This is the Sigma Eye Shading E55. Okay, so as you can see, this is a super bright, almost like neon electric purple color. I wasn't quite expecting it to be as pigmented as it was. Next, I'm going to go back with that same charcoal color from the Lorac Pro 2 palette, only this time I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use a more dense blending brush. So this is the MAC 217, and I'm going to go ahead and put this back into the crease of the eye. But because the brush is more dense, it's going to add more color as opposed to a base. Now, there's a reason why I didn't use this brush. I'm going to go back with that Sigma brush from the beginning, the E40, and just blend everything together. Right now, it's looking really harsh. There's a lot of harsh lines. But I want to make sure everything blends together really well. So I'm just going to go through and buff that line. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with a darker purple color. So I'm going to go back to my Lorac Pro 2 palette and I'm going to use this dark matte purple color right here called Plum. So for that, I'm going to use a more dense brush. This is the Chanel number 19. You can also use like a pencil brush for this. Sometimes I like to use my SOHO kind of dense brush right there. I also have this Urban Decay blending brush. Anything that provides you with a dense kind of flat top will work great for this. So I'm going to take that color and I'm just going to apply it to the outer corners of my eye. So now I'm going to go back with that clean brush and blend out all the lines. Again, I want to really try to avoid, good grief, having any harsh lines here. So I'm just going to blend that out a little bit here and get rid of all that. I also am having a little bit of fallout. I'm just going to take clean fingers and just wipe that so that way it's not getting below my eyes. Next, I'm going to take this color in the Urban Decay palette right here called Ace. Now this is a dark gray color. In the Lorac Pro, the color I've been using, charcoal, is definitely a matte color. This is more of a satin color and it's also a lot darker. So here's the two compared side by side. So this is the Lorac Pro 2 and here's the Urban Decay palette. I'm going to take that color and I'm just going to apply it on the top of that dark purple color. And then just like before, I'm going to go back and I'm going to blend with that fluffy, clean blending brush. I'm going to go back with that Maribella fluffy brush. I know this seems a little bit redundant, but I want to really emphasize that crease. So I'm going to go back, take that charcoal color, and put it again in the crease. Now if you feel like your purple is losing color, by all means please go back and apply more. I think I am going to put a little bit more of that purple, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on the brush and just pat it right in the center there. That's where it seems to be losing its color. Okay, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Originally I was going to use this Asphyxia color because the Omen, the color that I put all over, is like a darker version of it. I don't want to overdo the shimmery sheenness. So instead, I'm actually going to go in with this color on the top here called Tainted. Now this is just a really pretty lilac color. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, take that color, and I'm going to apply it to the inner corner of my eye. That same brush, I know it has that purple color on it, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to go back to my Lorac Pro 2 palette, taking that color charcoal, and I'm going to apply this to my bottom lower lash line. I'm going to move on to my eyeliner. So this is definitely a look you can use liquid liner with. I personally am not a huge fan of liquid liner. I haven't mastered it, I'm not very good at it, so I typically stick to pencil liner. So today I'm going to use this pencil liner here. This is by Mally Beauty, and this is their Ever Color Starlight waterproof liner. It's just in the color black. So I'm going to use this to line my upper lash line and my lower waterline. I love to smoke out my eyeliner, so I'm going to use this brush by Sephora. This is their Smudge number 14 brush, Sephora Professional. And I'm just going to go over that eyeliner and smudge it out a little bit, make the line a little bit less harsh looking. I'm not finished with the eyeshadow. I just realized I do not have like a brow color on. So I'm going to go back to my Lorac Pro, my Lorac Pro 2 palette, and I'm going to take this color right here called Buff. Now I'm going to use another clean fluffy blending brush. Luckily I have a lot of fluffy blending brushes. So I'm going to take that color and I'm going to apply it to the top of my crease color all the way up to my brow color, just to kind of blend everything together. Now this is pretty close to a skin tone color, as you can see. So this is really going to add that finishing touch just to kind of tie everything in together without adding more color. Now you can definitely add more color if you want to, but I'm not going to. Alright, so now we are going to do the final step of our eye look, which is mascara. So this is my favorite mascara right now. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm obsessed with this mascara. It gives volume and length and all that good stuff. So I'm going to apply 2 coats of this mascara on both my upper and lower lashes. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any other requests for tutorials or eye looks, please leave that in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, you can also leave that in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I will be doing tons of looks like this, so please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys.